Zionism was a form of settler colonialism. The idea being to transform an Arab country into a Jewish country, to transform Palestine into Israel. And the only way that could be done is by displacing the Palestinian people, taking them off their land, and then taking their land and replacing them with Jewish settlers. And so by making Gaza uninhabitable, by destroying the houses, the infrastructure, and everything, Israel is forcing the Palestinians out because they can't say there's no water, there's no food, there's no economy, there's no infrastructure. And it's Israel talks about voluntary transfer, which is another word for ethnic cleansing. In other words, under the guise of humanitarian aid, Israel is trying to transfer 1 million or more Palestinians out of Gaza as if they're refugees, because they've been made refugees intentionally, and under the guise of then humanitarian aid. And so what we see is, and part of the idea of genocide is not only the act of genocide, and you can see from 1948 until today, but Gaza is probably the most dramatic expression of that, the intent to destroy and eliminate the Palestinian people. The demonstrations and boycotts are very important. In other words, to mobilize the support Palestinians have among the peoples, because Palestinians don't have the support of European governments. And that's really what is allowing Israel to continue its genocide. The United States and Europe, NATO countries, on campuses where people criticize Israel or there's protests, Israel has weaponized anti-Semitism. So people are protesting against Israeli policies. But in order to delegitimize that and to say, well, this is just against Jews, it's anti-Semitism, that's when Netanyahu says, Israel is the Jewish people, and if you criticize Israel, you're anti-Semitic. And you're even getting to a ridiculous, absurd point where Jews are being accused of being anti-Semitic. So we have to fight this very cynical use of anti-Semitism as a way to delegitimize proper protest against what Israel is doing.